Welcome back, SWGOH, to the 7th month review of the Leia Rush account. We're at the end of December now, finishing off the calendar. We've got the new web store calendar for the next week, so that's a double Zeta and some more shards of Malgus at the end of the week. Pick up our so we can get to Rangelina. We've got our daily boxes calendar from the web store. Onto the challenge here. So last month the goal was to relic off Chupio and CLS. Now we're going to start farming Great Mothers. This will become more apparent when I get into the full roster. So the last episode pass we got to 43, so we'll see how far we get up this one.
We were sleeping. I've been sleeping. I've been turning away from the truth. I wanted not to face.
We need to buy it here, so we just get some shell shot currency.
At the center of the galaxy.
We've got a raid running, but we don't have any currency at the moment. We'll just let the credits come in. Nothing really that we need to buy out of here. We've got Raider ship anti-bomber at 7 stars now. We just need to put the shards into them. Actually, we'll start buying out the Spirit and Knights of Sarakalite. We've got 4 Zetas left. We just put the last one on, the last mandatory one on CLS team. Nothing in the fleet in the store now, so we'll let the credits come in. Used up our get one. We've done Hoth raid, just finished it yesterday, so that's all finished, and we're out of Grand Arena cooking, so today's recording we're out of everything.
We'll never have a better chance than this.
That's fine. Who else needs these? Nobody that we're relicking right now. Don't have 720.
We used to lie out on the sand and let the sun dry us.
So he's so by there.
I love the water.
Right, so
I love the
we start war store,
water.
we start the war, get some credits, some currency.
I can't believe
We've
that.
tapped out on crystals as well because we had double drops.
You're wrong.
Rough and irritating.
How
We're
could
not
you even
farming
say that?
any
Gets
shipments,
everywhere.
any shards out of the fleet
I truly
battles. We're just farming gear 12 pieces. But what we can do in here is we've got 20 million of the ship currency, so it's just firing these ships that we've got up at 7
What are you gonna
stars.
do?
For no other reason than just sort of
You're
get some
wrong.
shard ship currency.
How could you even say that?
If we weren't trying to take characters to relic, we could get Ravens go up to 7 stars, Slave 1 to 7, and what else is in? Then we could start on the Outrider, which I need to actually favourite.
How
Where
could
is
you
it?
even say that?
Oh, where are you, Dash Rider ship? It's close. Oh, wait, favourite. Nah, it's not really favourite. Because they're the ones that's on fleet store or fleet
Annie?
nodes. But
My
I'm in
goodness,
no
you're
rush to get
pro.
them right at this minute.
I don't like
So
pardon me.
we're seeing a lot more blue on the roster now
It's coarse,
with
You're wrong.
CLS Relict
rough and irritating.
and Chupio
How
Relic.
could you even say
So I'm
that?
not taking them up any higher because I'm not farming signal data just yet. And then now that their Cairo crunches away and they've got the relic level, so that's the main thing. So the plan now is we're going to get, so that's not relic 1, that's just R1 for Rogue 1. I'm going to take Admiral Radis up to 7 stars. I'm going to take his gear to about gear 9. He's currently sitting at 8. Just before the Chirotechs hit. He's probably level 80 as well once, well, actually I should have the credits now.
You're wrong. How could you even say
Take him up to 80 and then we'll up his abilities and put the Omicron on. We need to gear 12 all this team other than Radis himself. I'm trying not to use Chirotechs, but unlike Mothma, he doesn't have a Zeta that stops him getting attacked, so we might need to gear him up past the Chirotech crunch. I mean, he's going to be needed at Relic 9 anyway for profundity, so it's not a loss. And that will give us our Rogue 1 team. And then Mon Mothma, she's doing work as she is, but I'm going to take the rest of this team up to gear 12. Again, this uses up all our pilots, yep, Pistons in there as well, so that's all our pilots minus Biggs, and Han and Chewie will go to gear 12 as well. So that will sort them out. It's easy enough to put Biggs up to gear 12 and just not have him in the team quite yet. Mothma, I'm going to take her to gear 9 as well, and then she starts her Chirotechs, but she's working at her current gear level for all she does. And there's no investment loss there. I'll bring her up to 7 stars just so she's ready or close to. Just depending on how the shards drop, that's the 2 fans on the hard mode. CLS has done its job. We've now got challenge tier 1 done of the current of the Red Wall assault battle, which was Military Might. Challenge tier 1 done, which is great. That means that we guaranteed 10 of each Cairo, some Zetas and some injector salvage every month. So this team as it is are 2 CLS with Uber mods. I've got my best mods on him. He's currently sitting up at 290 speed. Maxed out minus 1 Zeta. The C3PO maxed out abilities minus the Zetas. He's only at 189 speed and gear 10. 2PO, he is up at 239 and he's maxed out on abilities, including Zeta, he's only at 1. And then we've got maxed out Han, gear 11 and a bit. He's not extremely fast, 188, but he shoots first. And then we've got gear 12 Chewie, and he's at 193, mod still to be worked on. And he's main Zeta, and he's got 1 more Zeta that could be added. But that got us challenge tier 1, so the plan now with CLS is to just gear 12 Han and 3PO and leave them there for the time being. Yes, I want to bring them all and will need to bring them all into Relic, but I've got other Relic priorities to do. If I can fit them in, I will, but at the meantime they'll stay as they are, just up to gear 12, which should happen on the next raid rewards in a couple of days time. Then we've got our Care Bears. I was going to keep them 3v3, which they are for a full Relic team. Currently sitting on my defence with a Datacron. But I'm going to bring up these 2 guys to gear 12 and mod them out. And that just gives us a 5v5 team just to chuck on defence and hope for some holes as a place filler, just in case we end up in Bronzium, as well as if just we need a little bit more offensive power and we could bring out Phoenix off the defence and put them on offense or something like that. And then we've got the Great Secrets, I've called it. It's the Night Mothers with the Great Mother lead, Morgan Elsbeth, Night Sister Spirit, Talia, and Acolyte. So I said I was going to purchase these out, but then I bought the ship because of course I have it. So thankfully Acolyte can be bought in both Guild Store and the War Store, and then Talia is also in the Guild Store. So these three fans, easy peasy, these two not so much. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring them up 5 stars each and go back and forward till they're 7 stars. My plan is, again, see what they could do before Chirotechs take hold, and then gear 12 these. If we need to go past the Cairo wall on them to get through the Assault Battle Challenge Tier 1, then we will. Hopefully we won't need to, and we'll see where that takes us. Again, minimal investment. It's as much a check to see what they're capable of, as well as an extra team that gets massively takes out pretty good teams in GC. I just don't know what gear level we need to put them at, whatever level. So that's the plan. And then now we move on to the relics. So the relics that we have left are the following: Scout Trooper Akbar, Captain Drogon, with 7-starred him during the double drops. Bausch Leia's almost up at 5 stars. She's on pause just now. We've got Lobot on R2 at 7 stars, and then we've got Captain Han, Rolo and Lando. So broke them into 3 relics a piece per month. Now that's not to say I won't gear the other ones as we go, but I want to bring these up to where we need to and then start working on them and bring them up in gear level. So January's focus for the next month will be to take Scout Trooper, Admiral Akbar and Captain Drogon into relics, which means some Chirotech investment into Drogon.
I need your help.
So he'll get the priority on Chirotechs, along with Akbar and Scout Trooper, of which
Mandalorians have been in exile.
Scout takes Mark 7s and Akbar takes Mark 9, so I could get both their relic pieces in, Cairo pieces in, and that's like the whole Cairo wall for Captain Drogon. So Drogon will be a slow go, but that's the Cairo wall. I put Bausch Leia in the second month just to really hit home with the Kairos, get them out the way, plus to give us more time to farm Night Sisters and then get Captain Han up when we need to. It also gives us a bit more time to get Robo up, and then the reason these three are together is mainly because it's the team that they'll go in a team together, as opposed to I did have Lando up in February, which made little sense due to the fact that he will go in this team. And when Captain Han's finished, we'll be doing Sana or vice versa. So we need Sana for that team, and that's why we pushed him there. So hopefully by February we could be doing a bit more with Sana, at least take her to 6 stars, and she could come into the Smuggler's Run event and get us some mods there and some credits, some slicing materials for mods, and that's the plan there for Sana. So January, these 3 moving on, and then that once they're all into relic levels, that gives us 2 months to sort out the relic levels, ready to get GL Leia on time in June. Pilots are staying as is. Just once we get these guys up to gear 12, it will look a lot more yellow. And then assault battles, we've got the Poncho Bros, we've got the Tuskens, we've got the Fierce Troopers, and we've got Peridia Patrol. We're not doing anything more with Peridia Patrol. We managed to get the first tier done. A guildmate has tried to do tier 2 with 6 stars, tier 11, all the Zetas and good mods, and is struggling, so I'm not wasting the time on them just yet. They'll be a side project once we get the other ones done. For now, they get us 2 million credits. Same with the Poncho Bros. They will be getting 7 stars at some point, and taken to gear 12 to get the 3rd tier. But right now they're getting us 4 million credits a month, or every time the Duel of the Fates battle runs, which is tomorrow, or today, in 2 hours. So that will give us another 4 million credits today. Profundity, we've got Dash to bring up Cara Dune to add into the Mothra team. But if you think back to what we're gearing up today, or this month, we will have the vast majority of these requirements of year 12, including Biggs. So that will give us a head start into the Profundity run. This is just my 3v3 team, just to remind me using there. And then this is Future Farms. So I needed to find a team with the Poncho Bros, so that will be Keller and Beck, who will lead us into, that will give us a territory war team. It will give us Mace Windu. It will be another team for the raid whenever we do that. But my other accounts are plugging that gap, so I don't need to worry too bad on this account for it. And it will give us a Jedi team, and we'll see where it goes. Then we've got the Wookiees, so we'll need to pick up Jedi Knight Revan at some point, because we're going to be getting Jedi Knight Luke not far after Leia, so I'd like to get use of the requirements. We'll have Zalbar a mission, we'll go under Tarful with Vet Han and Vet Chui, and then that way they're all used up. Tarful gives us Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, who could also be a lifter into JML, or also into the Jedi Knight Luke team with Revan, so we'll have possibilities there. Vet Han and Vet Chui are needed for Jedi Training Rey, which is also needed for Jedi Master Luke, so it's no loss there. Jedi Knight Revan, that's just his requirements plus Juhani and Yoda, so that's self-explanatory there. Then that's the team he'll go with until we get Jedi Knight Luke. Darth Revan with Darth Malak, Sith Empire Trooper, Bastard Fallen and HK to begin with. That could be subbed out for another Sith. We'll get a team running up, and eventually this is just future farming, just to see where we go. If we're going for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, we'll bring up this Night Sister team, which Merrin doesn't quite fit in as far as I believe into the Great Mothers, so hence why she'll go in there unless I see otherwise. And then we've got an unaligned Force user team. I've used it with the other Kylo Ren, but with Balin now into the picture, Marek is on a node with Mother Talzin, so he's an unaligned Force user, he's a mercenary, and he's an Inquisitor, so he ticks a lot of boxes there. For an assault battle, he doesn't do the Grand Inquisitor event, but he's a mercenary, which hits the boxes for some feats. He's an unaligned Force user and other feats, and then we've got Cal and Seer, who are the requirements for Jerry Cal and Shinhati, which is also an unaligned Force user and mercenary, and she's on a hard node, so that'll be a horrible farm. This will she'll probably be double drop by the time we actually get to her, so. But I would probably try out this team for an unaligned Force user team. Then we'll need to get the Palpatine team up. I mean, we've been sitting on Palpatine for months now. We can easily just grab Mara Jade, gear these up, and there we go, easy team to get. These teams are in no particular order. This is just a wish list of teams that I want to farm over the next so many months in the account. we've got Bo-Katan Mandalore, so we could potentially get a Beskar Mando for Razor Crest, leading them to getting Millennium Falcon plus Executor. And then we've got IG-12 Grogu, Bo-Katan, which is farmed out when you're farming Jubilee. Paz Vizsla's the only other Hagman farm. Take the entire 7, we've got Bo-Katan Mandalore. That gives us another team, and it's a meta team. Then we've got the Dash team. This is a Dash team. Dash can take many scoundrels. But young Han's naturally fast, and he has an easy farm. Infant's Nest just kills lots of things for breakfast. Bugs are the main thing I use her on my main account. Kira just jumps in there. And then Vander 2. It looks very similar to the pack that we got, the Lightspeed pack that came out just in December there. Minus Young Han, and that finishes off that team. Dash is needed for Profundity, and for Star Killer, so that works there. Plus Mara Jade Star Killer, Kyle Katarn Star Killer, and then Dark Talon is Star Killer requirement. So all of them working to get in Star Killer, which would then move Palpatine into that team, and it'll shape out quite nicely. Johanna could go in there, and then we could get Jedi Cal into the Raven team. Then we've got Saw Gerrera. I toyed with the idea of putting him under Mothma, but he really excels more if he leads his own team. Gives us another team to use. He goes with Chirrut and Baze, and then 2 others. I'm choosing Pathfinder to give him a home, because once all the teams are up and running, he won't have one. And Biggs doesn't really have a home either. So that gives him a home. All needed at Relic for the fleets, minus these 2, and Gear 12 for Saw. It does some work, it's not the best team, but if anything it could be slapped on defence and hope for the best. And then we've got the Hutt Cartel, so I toyed with just a Bouch Leia Scoundrel team to fit the requirements for getting a Relic. And then I remembered I've already Gear 12 to Boba. Cad Bane is an easy farm, Chrysanthemum's a Cantina farm, and Greedo is a shop farm. So it's an easy bounty hunter team to bring up. It does the thermal detonator challenge on galactic challenges and in Conquest, so that'll help there. Plus all of these guys are needed either for ships or for Javelin, and we'll be getting Javelin once we get Jedi Knight Luke, so it's an obvious choice to just build out the team. And then we've got the Sana team. So the future farms is just teams that we need to build, and it's all chucked in. So Sana will get built up at some point when we're building Robo for March. So she'll be up and running, ready to go in March. Even if we have to put a pause on the Great Mothers team, we'll grab Sana and then we'll come back around and find the Great Mothers. So Great Mothers are always going to be our side farm whilst we're farming them up on one single drop. Now, going off of farming Poncho Bros on my 5th account, which I started right at the start of the account. I farmed them for about 2 months now, and I've got one of them at 7 stars and one of them almost at 7 stars, so we've got potential of 1 month each, so by March they might both be 7 stars. That being said though, Great Mothers are on node 8 and Elsbeth is node 7, whereas it's 3 and 4 for the Poncho Bros, so it's slightly longer farms for Great Mothers. But that is the plan for the account. We're at 1.4 million GP. Let's sign up for Grand Arena, and we're going into 3v3 at the start of the year. Fantastic. everybody loves 3v3. I'm just taking note of my defence, and if my opponent somehow knows that I do YouTube, they'll get to snipe my defence and know what I've got on it. So we've got our relic bears on defence with a Datacron. We've got 20% crit chance, 7.82% extra health, 13.5% extra protection, and then whenever they inflict a debuff, they deal damage to that enemy equal to 2% of that enemy's max health. That could be really nasty because Nisa dots up all the time. So every time she assists, they've got more tenacity and she's got higher potency. She's going to dot them. Every time she dots them, they're going to take 2% health, max health loss. So that's really nasty. And we've just got this team. I don't know if I should just chuck Rex in here instead of... See, Rex really does better with clones in 3v3, but we'll just chuck him in there. And then we've got this Empire team. It's not doing very much, but it's there. I mean, if they got through to there, chances are they could feel clear. And 5v5 looks very similar. If we look here, I'll show you this 3v3, and if you just take this out, put that bar, Stormtrooper fan, oh wait, we can just do that. We've got a 3v3 team, we just need mods on it. So if I mod these guys, let's just save this. Because I'm not going to be using Radis in 3, not at his current level, not this GC. And then let's just see who's the other two teams. So if we do that, and then if we do Future Farmers Patrol, no, Assault Battles Patrol, we could just fire on who else don't we use. Just now, we won't be using Chopper, so Chopper, and remods on Chopper, and then we do that one, and then
You have done well, Sama.
this might be used.
I foresee we will do great things together. I shall teach you the ways of the dark side. With the proper training, you could be a powerful warrior. You must strengthen your connection with the Force, my apprentice. Your anger is your strength. I am your servant. I am master. Your anger is your strength.
We'll fire Death Trooper mods on him, and then we'll lock that in, and let's see how they do it on defense.
To continue, we need one singular vision.
And what we'll just do is,
Let us share our strength.
so we get a
No
chance
need
to
for
see them.
dominance between us.
Always two there are, my brother. A master and an apprentice in You are the apprentice. So it is time for a lesson.
Anger is your strength.
These ones.
You have grown so powerful.
Anger.
Anger is your strength. You have grown so powerful.
Yeah. So let's just try out this defense. Lost our saved. Okay, so we've got to do our farms then.
I'm not like you.
And then, so farming wise, we're doing Radis. We've got 328 energy, so the way I do it here, we do one farm here, and one farm here. We didn't get anything, so we rerun it. We got something, so we leave it. And then, because we've done that, I will then go to Leia, so she's always still getting farmed, and then farm here. So if we had rolled her there, I would not refresh, but because we haven't, I'll refresh and get another 4 shots. And that way we just keep ticking over there. Now everything else we do counterattacks.
SWGOH is out.
So any extra energy left over, go onto counterattacks. For two counters. We're now needing to mod out Papu, and he's a defense mod, and we're needing to mod out health. So more challenges, and we'll just do 2 things today. And we really get more spares in the events. So on to Papu. So what we're looking for here is we do have defense, of course, kill here.
I thought that we had decided not to fall in
He's
love.
working as he is, so we'll just do it. So now what I'll do is just selling
SWGOH is out.
stuff that we don't have, we don't need. We get some easy credits. As you can see, we don't have any mods just sitting there. We're quite slick on our mods. We can start firing some abilities here.
Control. I believe you have a question.
What sorcery is this?
Men are
And
easy to
now we
acquire.
can go into squad arena and see how CLS fares against an Empire Manager team. So Manager's going to go first. Guaranteed, let's take her out. Take Vader's turn meter away, and then we'll just make sure he can't steal.
Everywhere is within me. It surrounds
So
me.
that's Outstone.
It connects me. Force is with me. It connects us.
Yes.
And then we'll just so now we're against the relics now. Both higher relic than me, but not happening. Just blind them just in case. And take it. And there we go. So CLS does work. Even at lower gear, we're into under 500 again on the squad arena score. I don't want to drag this video out longer, but I've went up against a first order team, but we didn't do enough damage on Kyle Ben, to be fair. Because of Logan's healing. He's got stalled out yesterday. Oh, and a big roll of crystals. See, it's still random amount of crystals. We get a minimum of 65 or 70 a day, but today we got 115. So we got 4 and we got 3. So it tells us 65, but we got 115. I'll take that. And some currency. And let's just see, do we need to buy anything with this currency? Now this score refreshes today. They've upped the Cairo count as well. It's now 10 Kairos per week out of here, of each of them.
We were betrayed by those we protected.
I can't remember the course. I think it's 16
Hunted down by the
or something.
Empire.
So I kinda don't want to get these injector salvage right now because I bought these just to finish off relic pieces, but still stay away from all this. It's too shards. It's not worth it. Okay, so that's that. So the plan being now, to reiterate, we have Gear 12 and Gear 9 Radis, Gear 12 everybody else, Gear 9 Mothma, Gear 12 everybody else. Credits will be needed. CLS, Gear 12 everybody else. Care Bears, Gear 12 everybody. Great Secrets, just start farming them up. Relic plan for this month will be Scout Trooper, Ad Akbar, and hopefully Drogon on top of that. Very minimum, I hope to get at least Drogon Gear 12, and we'll start putting gear into the next month also. So that's the plan for that. We've never done fleet. We've never done our fleet arena. See, we've got 600 tickets there, and it totally threw us because we've got fleet arena to use. We're not used to it, so we'll just bring these currencies in. So that's the plan for that currency. So that energy do us there. So thanks for watching. We'll be back in February for part 8 or 8th month review, hopefully with more relics on the board. Trucking our way to GL Leia if all goes well. I just need to do the raid now, and that's us. So thanks for watching, and remember, stay salty.